Welcome to this very special edition of Christmas Family Storytime right here on the Sewickley Public Library YouTube channel. I'm so glad you can join me. I'm Mrs. Farmery, and today Miss Jan and I will be reading some of our very favorite Christmas books. I hope you enjoy them. I would like to thank our publishers, Simon & Schuster and Highlights, for their permission to read their books to you today. Are you guys ready to get started? I sure am. I'm gonna grab our shakers and we'll shake our sillies out. Here we go. I'm going to shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out and wiggle my waggles away. Let's clap. I'm gonna clap, clap, clap my crazies out. Clap, clap, clap my crazies out. Clap, clap, clap my crazies out and wiggle my waggles away. Let's jump. I'm gonna jump, jump, jump my jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump my jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump my jiggles out and wiggle my waggles away. Let's stretch. I'm gonna stretch, stretch, stretch my stretchies out. Stretch, stretch, stretch my stretchies out. Stretch, stretch, stretch my stretchies out and wiggle my waggles away. Let's shake. I'm gonna shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out. Shake, shake, shake my sillies out and wiggle my waggles away. Great job shaking, everyone. Alrighty, everyone, our first holiday book is The Little Reindeer, written and illustrated by Nicola Killen. This is such a fun book. I think you're gonna hear a jingle, jingle, jingle throughout the book. Are you ready for The Little Reindeer? Here we go. It was Christmas Eve, and Ollie had just gone to sleep when jingle, jingle, jingle. She woke with a start. What was that sound? She rushed to the window, but all she could see was a blanket of fresh snow. Grabbing her sled, she ran downstairs. Ollie jumped to catch the falling snowflake. Then she heard the magical sound again. Jingle, jingle, jingle. She had to follow it. Whoosh! Racing down the hill, she heard it ringing again. Jingle, jingle, jingle. And this time it was much clearer. The bells got louder as the wind whistled and the trees shook. Jingle, jingle, jingle. Ollie was getting closer. She took a deep breath and feeling very brave, she ran into the darkness. There, hanging from a branch, was a collar circled with silver bells. Who could it belong to? And then came a new sound. I wonder what it could be. Crunch, crunch, crunch. A reindeer stepped through the crisp snow towards Ollie. Hello, she whispered, not quite believing her eyes. Are you looking for this? The reindeer knelt down patiently while Ollie fastened his collar. Then he lowered himself even further. Ollie knew exactly what to do and climbed onto his back. She wondered if they would go through a ride through the forest. But to her surprise, they soared up into the night sky, leaving the trees far below. Wow, she's so lucky she gets to ride on a reindeer. The new friends landed softly in the snow. Thank you, whispered Ollie. They didn't want to part, but there was someone very special who needed the reindeer's help that night. Yawning sleepily, Ollie crept back to her room. And soon she was dreaming of her magical journey. Jingle, jingle, jingle. But this time, the silver bells didn't wake Ollie. As her reindeer flew through the night sky once more. In the morning, Ollie found her presents. Now she would always think of her new friend. See you next year, she whispered. And there's her reindeer in the snow globe. The Little Reindeer, Well, what would a Christmas special be without a holiday song? And one of my favorite holiday songs is Jingle Bells. So if you have some bells, it's time to shake them. Here we go. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Hello, I'm Miss Jan. I usually do family story time. Our next book is Merry Christmas, Merry Crow by Kathy Appelt and John Cadell. Oh, look, it's windy, it's snowy. But keep your eye open because the crow is the center of this picture. Winds a-blowin', skies a-snowin'. Where's this feathered fellow going? Round the chimneys, over the yards, down the busy boulevards. A button here, a feather there. A crow can find things anywhere. A strand of tinsel, twigs and twine, berries from a twisty vine. Across the plaza, through the zoo, along the crowded avenue. There's the crow. A shiny ring, a piece of string, a length of garland glimmering. Colored glass, a bottle cap, fancy gold and silver wrap. Behind the market, past the shops, the crow is making all the stops. A broken chain, a lonely sock, a single key without its lock, some scraps of cloth, a crimson bow, a perfect sprig of mistletoe. Hustle, bustle, coming, going, so much busy to and froing. What's his hurry? What's his mission? What's his secret expedition? A silky flower, a paper star, a misbegotten racing car, candy wrappers, red and brown, a treasure lost, a treasure found. Atop a flagpole midst the seats, up and down the snowy streets. Jangly tags, a tiny wheel, a luscious curl of orange peel. A string of beads, a tinkly bell. What's he doing? Will he tell? One last stop, a bag of seeds. That's everything this tired crow needs. A flap of wings, a cry of glee. What a perfect Christmas tree. A magic night, all hearts aglow. Merry Christmas, Merry Crow. The end.
Alrighty everyone, it's time for our flannel board. And this week we have a very special flannel board with some very special visitors, the 5 little reindeer. Let's count the reindeer on our flannel board. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 little reindeer. Here we go. The 5 little reindeer pulling Santa's sleigh. The first one said, "My nose will light the way." The second one said, "Oh my, the snow is bright." And the third one said, "What a beautiful night." The fourth one said, "Christmas morning's almost here." And the fifth one said, "Santa's coming, let's cheer." And then with a clomp, 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 jingle, 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 and ho, 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 Santa and the reindeer flew off through the snow. The 5 little reindeer. Our next book is 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, written by Clement C. Moore and illustrated by Deborah Millman. This is a family favorite at the Farmery House. We read this every year. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, and hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in our heads, and Ma in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on a lawn there rose such a clatter, we sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window we flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. Moon on the crest of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to our wondering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so jolly and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his reindeer they came. He whistled and shouted and called them by name. Are you ready? Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, and dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the reindeer they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling we heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As we drew our heads and were turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his feet. His clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back. He looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and we laughed when he saw him in spite of ourselves. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave us to know we had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word but went straight to his work and filled the stockings and turned with a jerk. Laying his finger beside of his nose, he gave us a nod, and up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle. Away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But we heard him exclaim as they drove out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. 'Twas the night before Christmas. Thank you so much for joining Miss Jan and myself for this very special edition of Family Storytime. I'm so glad you can join us, and I hope you enjoyed all of our holiday books and songs. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's, and we'll see you after the holidays. Bye-bye.